Welcome back to HOOPLA, your go-to destination for all things basketball. Today, we're going to discuss those players you love to hate. The guys that for some reason just get under your skin. While an NBA player is hated for knowingly wanting to injure his opponents, another NBA player is hated for attacking fans. And here's the most hated players in the NBA. Let's start our list with Isaiah Thomas. Wait, not this dude. Come on, man, look at that face. Who could hate this guy, though? The hated man is the leader of the Bad Boys Pistons in the 90s, is Isaiah Thomas. This guy was so disliked, let alone in the NBA, he's one of the most hated guys in sports. Let's dive into some details about this man and you decide. Isn't this statement an exaggeration or not? First of all, Bad Boys Pistons played extremely dirty in the sense that they started many fights during the game and seriously hurt some players and really were hated league-wide. And guess who was behind this hated team? You got it, guys. Isaiah Thomas did, and he was the perfect leader for this Bad Boys dynasty, and he was very good. This is who Isaiah Thomas was, a unique persona which many hated for his attitude, perhaps cockiness and more. Think about it like this. The leaders of groups or clans that do things differently are going to be hated, and the blame always falls on the leader. In fact, this man did not find a place for himself in the dream team of the '92 Olympics. The reason was that the Olympic team did not like this man. But other than that, some of Thomas's words also caused him to be hated. His biggest mistake that most NBA fans will not forget or probably forgive was when he dismissed Larry Bird's basketball accomplishments because of his color. He said, "Larry Bird is a very, very good basketball player. I think he's an exceptional talent. But I'd have to agree with Rodman. If he was black, he'd be just another good guy." Although the legendary point guard would later call it a sarcastic joke, the incident was already etched into the minds of many. But people generally don't know about this phenomenon. What they know with Isaiah is usually his temperament in Bad Boys Pistons. That's why they hate this man. Well, from leading the team that almost slapped their opponents on the court, what about someone who slaps their teammate? Do you think it's hated? Of course, yes. And you guessed the next person on our list. Congratulations, guys. Golden State Warriors star Draymond Green has been all over the place as of late when it comes to dirty accusations. Yeah, it's true, he was the guy suspended for a game during the finals, got a bit loose with his legs, and even slammed Steve Adams of the Thunder. Apart from that, the incident of this summer has further fueled the hatred towards Green. He brutally punched his teammate Jordan Poole during practice, guys. I don't think I need to explain any more why this guy is hated so much, huh? But I can explain why people hate LeBron James. Wait a minute, don't you say someone hates this guy? People who don't like LeBron are not a minority at all, guys. And let me tell you in advance, my friends, wondering what's the reason, huh? Then keep watching this video. And hey, before that, subscribe to the channel. Anyway, let's continue. And first of all, geez, there are rarely sports figures that become as polarizing as LeBron James. Most people either hate the guy's guts or believe he's the GOAT. And for James, the hate is nothing new. King James experienced varying levels of it during his time in the NBA, with the negativity reaching its peak after his infamous decision to join the Miami Heat. On July 8, 2010, LeBron James changed the landscape of the NBA for years to come with a few simple words.
And this fall, I'm going to take my talents to South Beach and join the Miami Heat.
However, this show so pissed off the Cavs fans that they even burned LeBron's jerseys, cause that was the thought process. The problem at the time wasn't that he left. Everyone knew there was a pretty good chance he'd leave, and him ending up in Miami wasn't a surprise. What really made people hate him was just the decision fiasco. If he'd just left, obviously some people still would have given him shit for it. But the whole nationally televised song and dance rubbed a lot of people the wrong way. Apart from that, even though he constantly loses in the finals and plays like garbage in clutch moments, he declares himself the GOAT, which causes people to hate him. In general, the expression arrogant is used for him. In fact, I don't think people who hate him don't respect him, but I think people who hate him love MJ very much. We'll never know the correct answer because if you're that popular, fans love and hate. That's too normal. So don't worry, LeBron. Look, there are people who hate even the greatest shooter in NBA history. Yep, dudes, you heard me right. Too many people hating Ben Simmons. Yeah, just kidding, guys. However, I have to tell you, the incident that caused him to be hated had a profound effect on this man's basketball life. If you remember, my man has not been seen on basketball courts for a year and a half. The reason why Ben Simmons was out of the field for a year and a half was the loss of his bond with the 76ers and the injury he suffered from his back. In this period, Simmons did not pay any attention to the criticisms made to him, and he just cleared his mind. But Simmons recently broke the silence on former teammate J.J. Redick's show, The Old Man and the Three. In this program, Simmons explained his position in Game 7 of the Hawks series from his own perspective. According to Simmons, Trae Young would catch up with him and block him, so he chose to pass. Sorry, Simmons, we all know that this was the wrong choice. But what happened after the match was worse, guys. And after the game, even Coach Rivers and his teammate Embiid were lashing out at him. Therefore, it was not easy for him to recover mentally. He was not attending any practices, and he became the most fined player in NBA history. Then he signed with the Nets, but he had no luck there as well and had back surgery. Problems were just piling up on my man, and I think the reason why people hate him is because people's expectations of him are too high. So he's hated when he can't afford it. But rest assured, there are many more people who hate KD, and the reason people don't like him is pretty simple. People don't like that he joined a super team to get easy rings, but will praise players like Kobe and Jordan who never left their teams but played on genuine super teams for significant amounts of their careers. Besides KD and Simmons, we have another naughty kid. Dallas Mavericks superstar Kyrie Irving. And one reason is that Kyrie seems to act like a prima donna all the time. He always wants to be the main man. Other than that, Kyrie isn't just pissing off fans. Irving has since been made by some big-time celebrities, including his former teammate James, as well as Shaquille O'Neal and Howard Stern. O'Neal called Irving an idiot, while Stern called Irving an effing moron. This man has always been the focus of controversy. Maybe he would have been loved more if he had only come up with his basketball. But whatever basketball players we're talking about, I hope they will be remembered positively when they quit basketball. Because these guys didn't actually hurt anybody. I wish I could say the same for Meta Sandifort Artest, one of the champions of the 2010 LA Lakers. This man was lead role in Malice at the Palace, one of the biggest post-game brawls in NBA history. This dude was arrested for assault and battery with 4 other Indiana Pacers players for attacking Pistons fans in the Indiana arena. 9 players were suspended for different lengths of time, but Artest got the longest suspension by far. They benched him for the entire season, which at the time had 86 games left. Meta World Peace broke a record that day, but it wasn't for his skills in the game. He set a record for the longest suspension for an on-court incident in NBA history. Combined, all of the suspended players lost $11 million, but almost half of it was Artest personally losing $5 million. Ouch! Isn't this the guy that calls himself World Peace? I mean, I guess people can change. About his name change, he had this to say: "I changed my name because I got tired of Ron Artest." You know, Meta, when people ask you to change in this regard, they're usually referring to an inner journey. Anyway, it's good to forgive and love, guys. Alright, well that's all for now, guys. Be sure to like this video, comment below, and subscribe to the channel, and we'll see you in the next video.